The Warren Central football team has a secret weapon, and she is really good. Dave Calabro will introduce you to her coming up in just a moment. Welcome to this special edition of Facebook Live. We've got some weather to talk about. We're going to get with Angela in a moment because we do have rain and at least one storm moving through central Indiana. We'll find out if any of that is severe. Also, we're going to get with friend of the show, Logan Gay, tonight. She's got an update for us on the evacuees from Afghanistan who are at Camp Atterbury in southern Johnson County. What's next for all these people? Now that they're here in Indiana, where are they going next? What help do they need, and what help can we provide them? All to come here on this Tuesday night. It is great to be with you. Let us know if you are seeing any rain in your area. Let us know where you're watching Facebook Live. We'll give you a shout out over the next 10 minutes. So let's begin with the rainfall across central Indiana. Angela, fresh out of the weather center tonight. You've been tracking rain. How things looking?
Did you hear the rumbles of thunder?
I did, in downtown, you bet.
Yes, a strengthening storm on the north side of downtown, nothing severe. So we don't have any watches or warnings, but live Doppler 13 radar pretty active. This was the line of storms that we were tracking out of Michigan, northern Illinois into the northwestern part of the state. A lot of it fell apart, but we still have a couple of clusters of storms that we're keeping an eye on, especially across the western half of the state. I'm going to give you a couple of closer views. That strengthening storm moved pretty quickly out of northern Marion County. We had a few rumbles of thunder downtown, and now it is just to the north of Greenfield, so quickly moving across the northern half of Hancock County, probably hearing some thunder and having the rain obviously in Fortville and McCordsville, and we still have some rain on the north side. A few cells developing southwest of Indianapolis, so northern Morgan County, keep an eye on those. As we head to the north, we have some additional storms moving through Lafayette, so this is what we're forecasting for the next couple of hours, some off and on showers and thunderstorms. All of this kind of tracking off to the east southeast, and you can see it weakening a little bit, kind of splitting with some storms staying severe in Michigan, some storms staying severe in Illinois, and we're kind of in the middle, but a little noisy for us over the next few hours. So Future Track 13 keeps them in the forecast through at least midnight, maybe a little after 1, 2 in the morning, and then they're out of here and we are back into mild air for tomorrow. Temperatures, actually the next couple of days, will be in the 70s. After a couple of days in the mid 80s. We were back at 86 this afternoon. Yeah,
feeling very much like summer today. Facebook friends beginning to weigh in tonight. Donnie saying it's nice here in the Smoky Mountains in Gatlinburg.
Ooh,
so good
nice
place to be tonight. Kimberly saying Mooresville, hearing a lot of thunder tonight. Carly is joining us saying I can vouch for Danville. Shook my house, my dog took off running, and kids landed in my lap. So it's been pretty loud there in Danville, Indiana. Don Larson saying it is raining near U of I.
Okay.
And let's see. Amber says bring on the storms, can't wait.
I'm a fan of a nice rumble of thunder. I'm not a huge fan of severe weather. I should be since I'm a meteorologist, but I'm just not a fan of severe weather.
Yeah, Shauna saying lots of thunder in Fortville. Sharon watching from Logansport. Scott saying Orleans, Indiana, says hi, y'all.
Hi, y'all.
Hi, y'all. Good to have you with us, Scott. Pamela says hi, Scott and Angela. Amber from Cumberland tonight. Let's see. Robert says you can see and hear the thunder in Canby. So a lot of our Facebook friends weighing in with weather reports. Continue to let us know, and Angela will update us here on the rain and storms as we move through the night here on Facebook Live.
Shauna's a friend. Hi, Shauna.
Hey, Shauna. Good to have you with us.
You know, a friend.
There you go. Yeah. All right, there you go. So we'll get back.
We're all friends, but Shauna is a
special friend. All right. We'll get back with Angela coming up here in a moment. Let's focus our attention now on the big story coming up tonight on 13 News at 11 o'clock. The story that you'll see coming up in just about 50 minutes over on Channel 13. We're going to talk about these Afghan refugees, these evacuees that have come from Afghanistan, and tonight many of us are wondering what is next for these people. What help do they need? What help can we provide? Friend of the show, Logan Gay, joining us tonight from her home. So Logan, you've done this story tonight. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yes, Scott. Well, I spoke with two organizations. I spoke with the Archdiocese of Indianapolis, their Refugee and Immigrant Services, and I also spoke with the Immigrant Welcome Center. And they told me that they have settled thousands of immigrants and refugees in our city in their history. So they said pretty much that this is not new to them. They are ready. They are prepared. They're just waiting on the call. And so right now that's what they're doing. And so I talked with them about what we can do as Hoosiers to help those refugees who might decide to settle in our city. And I'll have that information tonight at 11. And I'll also have that information online.
And tell us, Logan, a little bit about the challenges that these Afghan evacuees likely face here as they have left their home country and now they're here in Indiana, and they may not be reunited with their families yet. Tell us what kind of needs they may end up having and how they may be feeling based on these organizations that you've talked with.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of challenges, things that we might not think about. There's a language barrier. There's simple things as how to use public transportation or go to the grocery store, how to get health care, go to school. All these things that we might take for granted, it's all new to them. And that's what these organizations are going to do. They're going to get them, help them settle into our city and make them feel at home.
All right, Logan Gay, thank you so much for joining us. Great to see you, my friend. We'll see you tonight on 13 News at 11 with the big story.
All right, sounds great. See you later.
All right, there's Logan Gay, brand new to Channel 13 here in the last few weeks. You'll see a lot of her as we continue our coverage here of those evacuees from Afghanistan. Let's bring Angela back into the conversation tonight. I think one of the stories that I really enjoyed watching was Dave Calabro talking about this girl who is the place kicker at Warren Central. Really impressive.
And she can really kick.
Yeah, she can.
And are we running the whole piece?
We are going to run the whole
So you're going to hear from the coach that, she was interested in,
right,
in joining the team, and he laid it out for her, and she did every single thing to make the team, which is awesome.
She is very impressive. So here's our story from our good friend Dave Calabro.
Hi, everybody. Dave Calabro at Warren Central. Through the years, their football teams have been amazing. Of course, they were state champions in 2018. And this year, for the first time ever, the Warriors have a secret weapon.
High school football is intense. It takes a special person to put on the pads day after day. You have to love the game. These guys and a gal love it.
You're playing football with a bunch of guys. What's going on here?
Someone told me that I couldn't be able to do a practice, and so I kind of took that to heart, and now I'm just on the football team.
JC Merchant is more than just on the team. She's a key part of it, kicking extra points and field goals.
My first PAT, I was like shaking. It was so nerve-wracking. And once that went through and the stands went wild and all of my teammates just came to congratulate me, it was really something that I probably won't ever forget. And so that made me fall in love with it even more.
Her first love is soccer, and she has a scholarship to play in the fall at Wisconsin-Milwaukee.
So I play soccer, and I've always wanted to try football. And to think that I was the first girl at Warren to ever do it and possibly in the MIC, I thought that was something that I needed to try, and I definitely wanted to prove everybody wrong.
How do the guys treat you, the players?
They're awesome. They're like my big brothers. They are strong. They are very powerful. And even though I'm smaller than most of them, and I definitely can't squat as much as any of them, they always keep pushing me, and they always make sure I'm improving and doing what I can.
She's earned respect the old-fashioned way with simple, hard work.
Kick off!
This is the first time in Coach Mike Kirshner's 38 years he has a girl handling the kicking duties.
Came to me when I got here in January, said she wanted to play football. I said, okay. She said she's a kicker. She didn't flinch, man. She showed up for all the weight room workouts, all our co-captains running in the summer. In fact, she's unbelievable.
JC Merchant certainly loves a good challenge, and I can't wait to see what she's going to accomplish away from the football field. I'm Dave Calabro.
All right, I love that story, JC. Way to go. Keep doing well there for Warren Central. I mean, what a great story that is.
And inspiring other young women
that
may want to play football. So good for you.
All right, I'm going to share a quick story that I've never told here on Facebook. All right, so 40 years ago, I'm a place kicker on our high school football team out in Southern California. We're in the second round of the playoffs. I go in for an extra point. I've had a decent season. I go in for an extra point, and I pull it wide left. The season ends on my bad extra point.
Oh, no.
I am crushed. I'm crying on the field. My dad comes up, puts his 6'6" arm around me.
Yeah.
He's a huge guy. Puts his arm around me, says, "Scott, I still love you."
Oh,
I'm telling you, that was like the worst sports moment of my life. So anytime I can give love to place kickers, I do, because the pressure is always on them.
it's so stressful.
Yeah.
I worked all weekend, so I was here watching football. So Roscoe, don't laugh. We're talking more football. But watching the Notre Dame Florida State game.
Oh my gosh, that was another game. I know.
And the Florida State kicker, you just
I know.
feel so bad.
And you know who really hated watching that game? Taylor Tannenbaum, who's a big Florida State fan, one of our sportscasters. So.
But yes, you're right. It comes down to
It
them.
does.
I mean, football in itself is not an individual sport,
Right,
typically.
that's right.
Until you have one kicker on the field.
I know.
It's like, oh.
And you know what? My 40-year high school reunion is this weekend.
Do you think anyone's going to bring it home?
Oh, do you think?
No,
yeah.
they've forgotten about it, haven't they?
No, my friends, they do not forget a thing.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, I'm going to hear about it. It's part of the way life goes. You learn the lessons the hard way early on, you know. All right, so Zach is with us. Jamie, hello from Martinsville. Bonnie, way to go, JC. Pamela saying, oh no, Scott. But like my dad's reaction, Tanya just thundered in Frankfurt.
Okay.
And Pamela saying, I love the respect she has for her teammates, referring to that female place kicker.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, so how's our weather going to be the rest of tonight and then into tomorrow?
A little noisy. So if you're like a couple of our Facebook friends with dogs that don't like thunder or children that don't like thunder, it might be a long evening for you. Nothing severe on live Doppler 13 radar, but we do have a few clusters of storms that we're keeping an eye on. One moving through Hancock County, southern Madison County. We've got some additional storms moving into Terre Haute, a few coming south of Lafayette. This will all kind of merge into a broken line of showers and storms over the next couple of hours and then exit the state. And then we get a couple of days in the 70s and very, very mild air, a couple of nights maybe to give the air conditioners a bit of a break with some lows in the 50s.
Yeah, they've been running quite frequently at my house. Ralph joining us saying he's in Alabama. He's a big Notre Dame supporter, not from Alabama. So anyway, and then Zach with us. Sharon wants to know about North Vernon.
North Vernon, so southern part of the state.
Yeah.
They eventually get there. It's just going to take probably a couple of hours for all of this to clear the state. But again, we're not forecasting anything severe.
And Amanda saying my dog is freaking out.
Sorry, Amanda.
Yeah.
Makes for a long night.
How does Chewy do with the thunder?
Chewy, the older she gets, the less she likes it, especially fireworks. Fireworks, she doesn't like it all. So she just gets a little shaky, but she's not terrible.
All right.
Roscoe has a dog that does not like thunder.
Yeah, Roscoe, your dog doesn't like thunder?
No.
Okay, just a quick no.
No, he says no.
Roscoe, man, a few words.
I think that Roscoe has to medicate the dog sometimes.
Hey, we got to go because we've got that news coming up here in 45 minutes over on Channel 13. Angela's going to break down the storms, let you know what's happening, what's rolling through tonight, what you can expect over the next few days so you can make your outdoor plans. And, of course, we'll have the big story, the Afghan evacuees. What are they going to be needing next at Camp Atterbury? So thank you for joining Angela and myself. We'll see you tonight at 11. Good night.